There comes a moment in every person's life when the weight of struggle feels unbearable. When the nights stretch long and the days grow darker, you begin to question, when will this pain end? When will my breakthrough come? Listen closely, because this truth may very well change the direction of your life. God does not leave his children stranded in the storm. He uses the storm to shape the soul. Understand this: hardship is not your enemy. It is your teacher. It arrives uninvited, but it does not arrive without purpose. Every trial you face is preparing you for a greater triumph. You are not being punished, you are being prepared. Right now, you may be walking through a chapter of life so difficult that even breathing feels like labor. You feel alone, overlooked, forgotten, but hear this: you are not forgotten, you are being refined. God has not closed the book on you. He is writing your comeback. And when God writes a comeback, it's greater than anything you can imagine. But he won't finish that chapter until the lesson is complete, until the inner strength has awakened. You see, success is not reserved for the lucky. It is carved by the relentless, the ones who keep moving forward when there is no applause, the ones who keep believing when evidence says they shouldn't. And you, my friend, are one of those people. You're not here by chance. You've been called, you've been chosen, and no chapter of suffering can erase the destiny that has been placed upon your life. But here's what you must do. You must not quit in the storm. You must not curse the pain. You must look deeper, believe harder, and walk with greater resolve. For every tear you've cried, for every night you spent wondering if things will ever get better. God was collecting them, building something magnificent behind the veil of your pain. You think he has abandoned you. No, he's building you. You think this delay is denial. No, it's development. Look around. Every oak tree once stood as a seed buried in darkness, but in that darkness the roots grew strong. You are no different. Your roots are growing. Your spirit is being tested, and soon, very soon, your chapter of hardship will close, and when it does, when that burden is lifted, when the page turns, you will look back and understand every struggle was sacred. So if you must walk through fire, walk with faith. If you must carry a burden, carry it with dignity, because soon, sooner than you think, God will say it is done, and he will open a new chapter for you, a chapter of peace, a chapter of provision, a chapter of purpose. But you must be ready to step into it without bitterness, without fear, without guilt. You must rise from the ashes with the wisdom of the storm still glowing in your spirit, because the world doesn't need more comfort, seekers. It needs more warriors of faith. It needs people who have been through the fire and came out shining, people who can say, I've been through hell, but heaven had the final word. So I ask you now, will you trust the process? Will you hold on just a little longer? Will you dare to believe that your best days are not behind you, but ahead, because they are? God's timing is perfect. He sees what you cannot. He knows what you do not, and he is moving behind the scenes in ways your eyes cannot yet behold. So get up one more time, pray one more time, believe one more time, because the chapter of hardship is coming to a close, and the next page will be filled with light, hope, strength, and victory. Many people view hardship as a cruel enemy, something to avoid at all costs. They see struggle as a sign of failure, a mark of misfortune, or even a punishment handed down by life itself. But this way of thinking is a fatal mistake, one that keeps far too many trapped in despair and frustration. Hardship is not your enemy. It is the most honest and effective teacher you will ever encounter. It does not flatter you, nor does it provide comfort or ease. Instead, it demands your attention, tests your limits, and forces you to dig deeper than you ever thought possible. The lessons it imparts are harsh, but they are also invaluable, and they are the very foundation upon which all great success is built. Understand this fundamental truth: the difference between those who succeed and those who fail is not talent, luck, or circumstance. It is the ability to learn from hardship, to let adversity shape and refine the mind and spirit. Every hardship carries with it a hidden seed of opportunity, a chance for growth that cannot be found anywhere else. Consider the nature of the oak tree. It does not grow in sunlight alone. It must endure storms, fierce winds, and long winters before it can stand tall and strong. The storms do not destroy the tree. They strengthen its roots and force it to grow deeper. In the same way, your struggles are not there to break you. They are there to anchor you, to build your inner strength, and to prepare you for the challenges and victories yet to come. When hardship arrives, and it will, for no one is exempt, it brings with it an important question. Will you allow this difficulty to defeat you, or will you allow it to teach you? It is easy to become discouraged, to feel overwhelmed by pain or loss. But those who rise above hardship are those who choose to see beyond the immediate suffering. They see the struggle not as a dead end, but as a necessary passageway to a better self. Every hardship is an invitation to develop qualities that cannot be acquired any other way, qualities like resilience, patience, courage, and wisdom. These are the virtues that create greatness, and they do not grow in comfort. They grow in challenge. They grow in the furnace of difficulty. Look back at the stories of the world's greatest achievers, those who left a lasting mark on history. Almost without exception, their paths were paved with trials and setbacks. They were not people who avoided failure. They were people who refused to be defeated by it. They embraced hardship as a mentor and let it sculpt their character. It is in the darkest moments that the human spirit is tested and forged. When you face hardship, you are given a rare opportunity to prove your strength, not just to the world, but to yourself. You begin to understand that your true power is not measured by the absence of problems, but by your ability to persist in spite of them. This is why your current hardships, no matter how intense or painful, are not meaningless. They are shaping you into a stronger, wiser, and more capable person. The trials you endure are refining your focus and sharpening your resolve. They're teaching you lessons that will prepare you to seize opportunities that others will miss. Do not waste your pain by wishing it away or by trying to escape it. Instead, face it squarely. Ask yourself, what is this experience teaching me? How can I grow from this? This shift in mindset is the key to turning hardship into a stepping stone for success. Remember, every mountain you climb strengthens your legs for the next climb. Every difficult situation you overcome makes you better equipped to handle future challenges. The knowledge gained through hardship is far more valuable than any comfort gained through avoidance. You must also realize that hardship is not a random occurrence. It is part of the natural order of growth. Just as a seed must be buried in the dark soil before it can sprout, your success must be preceded by struggle. The universe, or God, or whatever force you believe governs life, uses hardship as a necessary instrument to awaken the greatness within you. So when the pressure builds, when the night seems too long and the pain too great, remember this: the hardship is not there to crush you, it is there to create you. It is the fire that tempers the steel of your character. It is the sculptor's chisel that reveals the masterpiece within. If you learn to welcome hardship as a purposeful teacher, your life will be transformed. You will begin to see challenges as opportunities. You will no longer fear failure, because failure is simply a lesson in disguise. And most importantly, you will develop the unshakable faith that no matter how difficult the journey, the destination is worth every step. Keep this truth close. The hardships you face today are not the end of your story. They are the beginning of your strength. When you embrace this truth, you move from being a victim of circumstances to the architect of your destiny. Hardship is a purposeful teacher. Listen carefully to its lessons, and you will emerge victorious. In the moments when life seems darkest, when your heart feels heavy, and the road ahead is obscured by uncertainty, it is easy to believe you have been forgotten, that somehow the world has moved on without you, and even God has turned away. But this belief is a dangerous deception, one that steals hope and steals power from your spirit. You are not forgotten. You have not been abandoned. There is a divine presence, a higher power, a force of unending wisdom and love that watches over you at every moment. Even when it feels as though you are utterly alone, you are never truly alone. The universe does not turn its back on those who suffer. It draws them closer, preparing them for the greatness that lies ahead. It is vital to understand this truth deeply, for it is the foundation of all perseverance and faith. The fact that you face hardship does not mean you have been forsaken. Instead, it means you are being positioned, shaped, and strengthened in ways you cannot yet see. When life becomes unbearably difficult, it's natural to ask, why me? Why is this happening? But the answer to that question is not found in despair. The answer lies in purpose. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of pain carries a purpose designed to awaken your inner strength and guide you toward your destiny. Do not mistake silence for absence. When doors close and the path seems blocked, it is often because a better door is waiting to open, a door that only reveals itself to those who refuse to give up. The process may feel slow, it may feel cruel, but the one constant is this: you are not alone in your struggle. Look around at the lives of those who have achieved greatness. Behind every triumph is a period of loneliness and doubt, a time when the world seemed indifferent. Yet they persisted, they pressed forward with faith, not because everything was clear, but because they believed that their presence here, their story, mattered. You matter, your dreams matter, the world needs what you have to offer. Even when you cannot hear it, even when the answers seem hidden, the universe is conspiring for your success. The divine hand guiding your journey is never idle. It is always moving, orchestrating events and people in ways that serve your highest good. This knowledge should ignite a fire within you, a fire of unwavering belief that no matter how bleak things look, there is a plan unfolding for your life. You must hold on to this belief, not just in moments of comfort, but especially in moments of trial. Faith is not passive. It is an active force. It requires courage and patience. It means trusting the unseen and believing in the impossible. When you feel forgotten, remind yourself that your current experience is only a chapter, not the entire book. And the author of your story is writing a masterpiece. There is a profound lesson in the feeling of loneliness and abandonment. It teaches you self-reliance and the true source of your power. When external support fades or seems absent, you learn to draw from the wellspring within. You discover reserves of strength and resilience you never knew you had. The moment you realize you are not dependent on the approval or recognition of others, when you know your worth is not measured by outside circumstances, you become unstoppable. You step into your power as a creator of your own destiny. Your value does not diminish because of hardship. If anything, hardship magnifies your potential. It reveals the core of who you are beneath the surface noise of life. So, when despair whispers that you are forgotten, answer with conviction, I am here, I am seen, I am being prepared. Do not allow temporary silence or delay to shake your faith. Every seed must endure darkness before it sprouts. Every masterpiece must endure pressure before it is complete. Your waiting is not a void. It is a preparation. And in this preparation, you are not idle, you are growing, you are developing, you are becoming exactly what you are meant to be. The divine presence that guides the stars guides your life with equal care and precision. It has counted every tear you have shed, heard every prayer you whispered in the quiet, and is working tirelessly to bring about your breakthrough. You may not understand why certain doors have closed or why certain people have left your path, but know this: everything happening right now is shaping your destiny. It is no accident that you are still here, still fighting, still hoping. That resilience is the sign of a spirit that refuses to be broken. and it is the unmistakable mark of someone who is destined for greatness. When you embrace the truth that you are never forgotten or abandoned, you unlock a power greater than any external force. You find peace amid chaos, you discover joy amid pain, and you become an unshakable force in the world. So rise with courage today, knowing that the eyes of the universe are upon you, the heart of God beats within you, and your journey is far from over. Your story is unfolding beautifully, and the best is yet to come. In the face of hardship, when every step feels heavier than the last, there exists one unbreakable truth. Faith and persistence are the twin pillars upon which every victory is built. Without faith, the human spirit falters. Without persistence, the journey ends before the breakthrough. Together, they form the unstoppable force that separates those who succeed from those who surrender. Faith is not simply a vague hope or wishful thinking. It is a firm conviction, a deep, unwavering belief in the unseen and the yet to be realized. Faith is the spark that lights your path in darkness, the compass that guides you when the way is unclear. It is the inner assurance that despite the present difficulties, your future holds triumph. Many people stumble in their journey because they confuse faith with instant results. When they do not see immediate change, their belief weakens and fades. But true faith is not dependent on what you can see with your eyes. It is anchored in the certainty of what your heart knows to be true. Imagine a farmer planting seeds. He does not expect to see a full-grown tree the next day. He waters the soil faithfully, trusting in the natural process, even though the growth is invisible. In the same way, your faith must be planted deeply and nurtured daily, even when the results remain hidden. But faith alone is not enough. It must be accompanied by persistence, the steadfast refusal to quit, no matter how many obstacles block your path. Persistence is the engine that drives faith into action. It is the grit that says, I will try one more time, I will rise one more time, I will push forward even when my strength is gone. There is a law of success that is often overlooked. The world rewards those who do not give up. It does not matter how many times you fall. What matters is how many times you get back up. Every great achievement in history was born of persistence. Think of the countless inventors, leaders, and entrepreneurs who faced rejection after rejection, failure after failure. They did not have more talent or luck than others. What they had was the refusal to surrender to temporary defeat. They understood that every no was simply a step closer to a yes, every failure a lesson that propelled them forward. When faith and persistence join forces, they create an unstoppable momentum. Faith fuels your belief in the goal, persistence fuels your action toward it. Together, they transform obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into comebacks. It is important to remember that persistence is not stubbornness. Stubbornness is blind and rigid. Persistence is wise and flexible. It knows when to change tactics, when to adapt, but it never changes its commitment to the ultimate goal. Too often people give up because they focus only on the difficulty of the moment. They see the mountain and forget the destination. They feel overwhelmed by the storm and forget the sunshine that follows. But those who persist understand that the present pain is temporary and the future reward is eternal. Persistence also builds character. It strengthens your resolve, teaches patience, and cultivates discipline. The trials you endure while persisting are not wasted. They are the foundation upon which your success is constructed. Faith without persistence is like a lamp without oil. It shines briefly and then fades. Persistence without faith is like a ship without a rudder. It moves, but without direction. When combined, they provide light and direction that no darkness can overcome. This is why you must hold fast to both. When discouragement threatens to steal your hope, renew your faith by reminding yourself why you began. When fatigue threatens to stop your progress, summon persistence by remembering that every step forward is a victory. There will be moments when the world seems silent, when the answer seems delayed, and when the path seems blocked. Those moments are the tests of your faith and persistence. They are the crossroads where many choose to quit or choose to fight on. Choose to fight on. Every struggle you face is a call to deepen your faith and strengthen your persistence. It is the proving ground where your character is forged and your destiny is shaped. Never underestimate the power of consistent, faithful effort. Success is rarely instantaneous. It is the result of countless small acts of persistence powered by unshakable faith. Look to the future with certainty, not because the journey is easy, but because your spirit is stronger than any obstacle. Let your faith be your anchor and your persistence be your sail. The world honors those who endure, those who believe, and those who persist. So keep moving forward, keep trusting the process, and keep holding onto the vision of the life you are destined to live. Because with faith and persistence, no hardship can stop you, no failure can define you, and no challenge can break you. Your breakthrough is on the other side of persistence. Every season in life has its purpose and duration. The chapters of joy, success, and abundance are often preceded by chapters of struggle, pain, and hardship. It is easy to become discouraged during those difficult times and to feel as though the struggle will never end. But this belief is a lie that keeps many trapped in despair and helplessness. You must understand deeply that the chapter of hardship you are enduring right now is temporary. It will not last forever. No storm, no matter how fierce, is eternal. The darkest night always gives way to dawn. The heavy burden you carry will soon be lifted, and a new chapter of peace and victory will begin. There is a divine order to life's seasons. Hardship is not the final destination. It is the necessary prelude to breakthrough. Just as the earth endures winter so that spring may come in full bloom, your struggles are preparing the way for something greater than you have yet imagined. Too many people fail to realize this, which is why they give up too soon. They read only the present page of their story and forget that the story itself is far from over. They mistake the struggle for the end of the journey rather than a passage on the path. You must train yourself to see beyond your current difficulties and to anticipate the closing of this hard chapter. That anticipation is not mere wishful thinking. It is a mindset grounded in faith and understanding of the natural laws that govern success and growth. The universe operates on cycles. Every seed must be buried in the soil before it sprouts. Every effort must be met with resistance before it yields results. Every warrior must fight through battles before claiming victory. If you feel crushed under the weight of hardship, know this: the pressure you are experiencing is refining you. It is molding your spirit, strengthening your resolve, and preparing you to step into a future far greater than your present circumstances. Do not despair because the chapter is hard. Instead, take comfort in the knowledge that it is almost over. When you hold this truth close to your heart, it changes everything. It gives you the power to endure, to persist, and to maintain hope. It is important to understand that the ending of this chapter will not come because you give up. It will come because you hold on, because you refuse to quit despite the pain and uncertainty, because you keep believing even when the evidence to the contrary seems overwhelming. Many have walked this path before you and emerged on the other side stronger, wiser, and victorious. Their stories prove that no hardship is permanent and no struggle is in vain. You are not alone in your battle. You are part of a great tradition of resilience and triumph. The closing of your hardship chapter will bring more than relief. It will bring transformation. You will not simply return to where you were before. You will rise to a new level of strength, clarity, and purpose. The lessons learned and the strength gained will serve you for a lifetime, but to reach that point, you must keep your eyes on the horizon. You must believe that the end of this difficult season is near and that beyond it lies a new beginning filled with promise. This belief fuels action. It inspires you to keep moving forward even when the path is steep and the way uncertain. It guards your mind against despair and fuels your spirit with hope. Remember this, endings always make way for beginnings. The hardship you face is a chapter, not the whole book. When that chapter closes, a new one begins, one filled with peace, abundance, and fulfillment. Your story is not over. The best is yet to come. So stand firm, hold fast to your faith. Trust that the divine timing is perfect, and that soon, very soon, God will close this chapter of hardship and open the door to a new season. Prepare yourself to walk through that door with courage and joy. When the time comes, you will look back on this struggle with gratitude, knowing it was the crucible that forged your greatness. And until that day arrives, remember, this too shall pass. The chapter of hardship will end soon. One of the greatest challenges we face when enduring hardship is the temptation to question the timing of our lives. Why does success seem delayed? Why does relief not come sooner? Why must the path be so difficult? These questions weigh heavily on the mind and spirit, especially when the pain of waiting feels unbearable. But here lies a profound truth: divine timing is perfect. The universe, or whatever force guides your destiny, does not operate on our human schedule. It moves with precision and purpose that far exceed our understanding. Every delay, every setback, every moment of waiting is part of a grand design, a process carefully crafted to bring about the best possible outcome for your life. To trust in this divine timing is to release the burden of impatience and anxiety. It is to surrender the illusion of control and embrace faith in the unfolding journey. When you learn to trust the process, you align yourself with the natural rhythms of growth and transformation. Understand this: delays are not denials. The absence of immediate results does not mean failure or abandonment. Often, what appears as a delay is actually preparation, an unseen process of refining, strengthening, and perfecting that must occur before your breakthrough. Consider the natural world. A seed does not sprout the moment it touches the soil. It must lie buried, unseen, for days or weeks, slowly absorbing nutrients, developing roots beneath the surface. If the seed could decide its own timing, it might sprout too soon, before it is strong enough to survive. But nature's timing ensures that when the seed finally emerges, it is ready to grow and thrive. Your life is governed by a similar law. The hardships you face, the waiting you endure, are part of a divine process ensuring you are fully prepared for what lies ahead. The timing of your breakthrough is not random. It is deliberate and perfect. When impatience tempts you to quit or despair, remember that the process is at work even when you cannot see it. Progress is often invisible. Growth is happening beneath the surface, in the depths of your character and spirit. This trust in divine timing requires patience, a rare and precious virtue. Patience does not mean passivity or complacency. It means persistent, purposeful action combined with calm faith. It means doing your part while trusting that the results will come at the right moment. There is wisdom in knowing when to act and when to wait. Rushing ahead before the time is right can lead to failure or missed opportunities. Waiting too long out of fear or doubt can cause stagnation. But those who learn to trust the timing and the process find themselves moving with the current of life rather than struggling against it. This trust also frees you from the destructive habit of comparison. When you see others succeeding while you seem stuck, it is easy to feel jealous or discouraged. But each person's journey unfolds on its own unique timeline. Divine timing is personalized, tailored to your growth and destiny. Instead of measuring your progress against others, focus on your own path. Celebrate small victories. Cultivate gratitude for the lessons learned, and hold firm to the belief that your breakthrough will arrive at the perfect moment. Trusting divine timing also means embracing uncertainty. It means releasing the need to have all the answers and being comfortable with mystery. Life's greatest miracles often come disguised as delays and detours. When you surrender control and place your trust in the process, you invite peace into your heart. You replace frustration with hope and doubt with confidence. You open yourself to receive blessings that might otherwise have been missed. This trust is not blind, it is born of experience and understanding. It is the fruit of seeing how past difficulties eventually gave way to new opportunities. It is the assurance that no hardship has lasted forever and no struggle has been wasted. You can cultivate this trust by reminding yourself daily that timing is divine and the process is purposeful. When anxiety rises in ways you never thought possible, one of the most powerful truths that few realize when enduring hardship is this: your breakthrough is closer than you think. The moment you have been waiting for, the change you have been praying for, the victory that seems just out of reach, it is nearer than your doubts would have you believe. Too often, people give up just before the turning point. They quit because the night feels too long, the struggle too great, the pain too deep. But history and experience reveal a consistent pattern. The greatest breakthroughs come immediately after the most difficult trials. When you feel like giving up, that is the very moment when you must hold on tighter. The reason is simple. Success, peace, and joy do not arrive randomly. They arrive in perfect sequence. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, the tides begin to turn. Think of the darkest hour before dawn. It is always the moment when the night feels coldest and the silence is heaviest, but it is also the moment when the sun begins to rise. Your breakthrough is like that sunrise, breaking through the shadows to bring light and warmth into your life. You must train your mind to anticipate this shift, expect it, believe it, see it in your mind's eye before it arrives in your reality. This expectation is not naive optimism, it is the confident faith of one who understands the laws of success. Your breakthrough may not look exactly like you imagine. It may come in unexpected ways or through channels you did not foresee, but it will come. The universe always responds to persistence and faith. It is important to recognize that breakthroughs are rarely sudden miracles. They are often the result of cumulative effort, a final piece in a complex puzzle coming together, a door opening after countless knocks, a seed sprouting after days of quiet growth. This understanding should fuel your determination. Every action you take, every challenge you face, every lesson you learn is contributing to that moment of breakthrough. You are building momentum even when you cannot see it. Do not discount the power of small victories. They are the stepping stones leading you toward your ultimate success. Celebrate each one, no matter how small, for they prove you are moving forward. Remember, every champion, every leader, every person who achieved greatness has stood at the edge of despair only to discover that the breakthrough was just ahead. They understood that quitting too soon was the greatest failure, for success often requires one more effort, one more day, one more step. Your breakthrough is no exception. It is already in motion, drawing nearer with each moment. The forces working in your favor are aligning, the pieces of your life's puzzle are coming together, and the door to your next chapter is about to swing wide open. It is also crucial to recognize that breakthroughs transform more than your circumstances. They transform you. They are the moments when your potential becomes actualized, when your character shines through adversity, and when your purpose becomes clear. When your breakthrough arrives, you will look back and see that the hardship was not a punishment but a preparation. The struggles were not setbacks but setups. The pain was not a barrier but a bridge. This perspective changes everything. It allows you to endure with hope, to persist with confidence, and to move forward with faith. It frees you from the chains of despair and invites you into the freedom of possibility. To claim your breakthrough, you must stay vigilant, guard your mind against doubt and discouragement, surround yourself with encouragement and positivity. Nourish your faith daily through reflection, prayer, or meditation. Keep your goals clear and your vision vivid. Above all, never underestimate the power of resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity stronger than before. Resilience is the secret weapon of those who triumph over hardship. It is the difference between those who fail and those who succeed. Your resilience has brought you this far, and it will carry you through. Every moment you have endured, every hardship you have faced, has been a testament to your strength. So stand tall today and every day. Look toward the horizon with eyes wide open. Your breakthrough is not a distant dream, it is an imminent reality. The victory you seek is within reach. Believe it with all your heart. Act on it with all your strength. Receive it with all your gratitude, because the truth is this: your breakthrough is closer than you think, and it is coming soon.